Hello and welcome to the channel again. This is Motionz Biz, and I just have another exciting news about business credit, okay? Because the reason why we try to really build business credit is for us to be able to get financing for whatever our business needs, okay? So because this journey is about personal and business credit, of course, I'm going to share my journey with business credit as well. So welcome to the channel again, especially if this is your first time coming across this channel. I would like to welcome you and hopefully that you would follow us in our journey here. And again, I've been sharing my journey about personal and business credit. So tonight, I am just excited to share with you that indeed building business credit really pays off. Because for those of you who have followed Motionz Biz since we started in December and January of 2022, I am sure that you are familiar with how my business, this new business that I started with, it was in 2021. So I just really wanted to share that building business credit really pays off. I had another milestone with my little business and share with you how I got approved for a business vehicle that I'm using for business with no PG and using only my EIN. And my business is barely a year old. And okay? Finally today, well, I got approved for a commercial vehicle with no PG. They did not even ask for my social security number. And all they needed and accepted was the information for my business. I finally went to the dealership because I asked if they have an online application form. And what was interesting was that, for a very good dealership, they are not able to let me apply online, which was kind of interesting. I am not an impulse buyer because I know what I researched. I honed in on the vehicle I wanted. I did not want to see anything else. That's the vehicle I want. And these are the features that you said is there. I asked questions and I said when I go there, I will apply for a business or commercial financing for the vehicle. Okay. If I get approved, I will get it. If I don't, then I won't. Okay. So that was what happened. So the process was pretty simple. I'm going to share with you a few things with my experience. Okay. And this is with Ally financing. I was determined that I would apply for Ally financing for commercial vehicles. And true enough, when I went there, I was ready when I was there, okay? I was equipped when I got there. And they were even surprised that I had all my ducks in a row, meaning I have all my documents, okay? So first thing, so this will help you a lot. I brought my a copy of everything, okay? I had a copy of my registration with the Secretary of State, my LLC. I had my SS4, that is your EIN copy. I even have a copy of my Florida revenue, when you remit, like make remittances for taxes, for payroll and all that. I brought that. I brought 3 bank statements for the business from 3 different accounts. So I even showed them statements also for my business account with Navy Federal, the business and the savings account with Navy Federal. And I even included a statement for the GoBiz Rewards credit card because sometimes they would want to see if any institutions have actually extended you a high limit credit limit. And because, as you can see, that the Navy Federal GoBiz credit card does not report to the credit bureaus. It does not show on my report. So I just thought, the more I stack up my chances here, then I would be able to get the loan. So that's what I did. So I had all those. And of course, they asked for my ID with a selfie. Okay. I think that's very standard right now. So I pretty much think that was all the documentation that I pretty much took with me. I had all of it. So when I went there, I just handed them an envelope with all those paperwork. Everything was ready. Everything was there. So all that paperwork was in. It was pretty quick. But I just thought that if I can get commercial financing for the business, that will again build up the credit profile for the business because it is an installment loan, it is a vehicle. So right now, as far as my business credit scores, I was a little confident. So pretty much it took about, I really timed it, how long it would take for them to tell me if I was approved or not. 42 minutes and 25 seconds. So I had my timer on after I handed my the application and all the paperwork to the salesperson. He forwarded it to the finance manager. That was it, 42 minutes and 25 seconds. So he came back and said, "You're approved, no PG." So I was like, well, okay, now let's negotiate the terms because you know how they stack up the gap insurance. There was some kind of protection. And so they were like kind of disappointed. But I said, well, it's either that or I'm not getting the car. Okay. So that was what happened. I was approved. And then, so let me share things with you about my experience. So if you would indeed go for looking for a commercial vehicle or a car for your business with using your EIN only, that you have to equip yourself when you go to the dealership. Okay. Now, again, just to repeat what I brought with me, I brought my SS4. That's your EIN number. That is your registration with the Secretary of State. I think I even brought my articles of incorporation and the certificate of good standing. Okay, I just brought all that into one packet, and then 3 months bank statement, business bank statements, definitely. If you have more than one business checking account, definitely bring that in. And you can also include your statement for your savings account, business savings account, if you have that. Oh, one thing with Ally is that they do not have an online application form. You have to go to the dealership, pick the vehicle that you want, and apply for that vehicle, okay? So it's not something that it's like Navy Federal that they would approve you for a certain amount and then you go to the dealership, okay? Now, another thing is that once I was talking to the finance manager and I asked, do you know which business credit they pulled for this, my application? And they told me it was, guess what? Dun and Bradstreet. That's the business credit profile that they actually chose. So again, I asked, which business credit reporting agencies does Ally report to? So they could not tell me that. So, and the finance manager that said maybe Experian. So I said that was kind of weird that if they pulled Dun and Bradstreet for my business, that they would be reporting to Experian. But I really don't know the answer for that yet. But hopefully I can talk to Ally, and once I am already a customer, then I would call them and ask all these details. So again, I can share that with you. And one thing that the finance manager actually informed me was he was actually surprised that, you know, I was just a little over a year with a business, but they actually did no PG for me. And the good thing about being in business is that your business actually provides you with a vehicle if it's something that you want to use for when you are conducting business or when you need vehicles for, you know, doing deliveries or the big ones or the heavy equipment that you needed, okay? So that's the beauty of having a business and why it is worth it really building that business credit. So if you have a small business right now, work on that business credit because it pays off. You know, those starting with the net 30s, starting with, you know, gas cards, and then whatever cards you can get a hold of. And it just really helps that you have that. But I really believe that what helped build this business credit so fast was the recurring subscriptions, okay? Because I don't have to think about them. It's just there. And it really has helped me a lot, aside from, this little business lines of credit that I was able to get for this, for this business. So it just accumulates. And as time goes on, if you do those things, you are really able to build a business credit profile. So being a new business, I was told that my interest is a little high on the vehicle, and because it's also for commercial, so it's about 9.7 something. So that's a little too high for my usual if I used my personal credit. But I'm using the business. I am barely a year old, and it's a no PG loan. Okay, so that works. That works fine with me. Definitely share your experience here. I would love to hear it. Okay, and let me know which commercial financing company for vehicles did you use. Okay, so again, this is Motionz Biz, and have a wonderful evening. Take care, and until next time, bye.